Hello and welcome back to NATO Plays Minecraft. So, this is the building so far. Still working on the same kind of starter house. We've got the main ground floor in place now. There's a small hole here which I will talk about in a minute. We have the interior here, so this is going to be where we have our storage. And we've got some crafting benches in the floor there. We have our our 8 furnaces, which kind of subdivide out our crafting area, workshop, and the rest of the house. And then upstairs we have our soon-to-be bedroom and living room, probably some furniture as well. So, what I want to do first is tackle this area here, which I've kind of designated as the space for an enchanting table when I get one. And I thought about putting it upstairs to start with, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I didn't really like that idea. I quite like the idea of having the building divided in two, so upstairs you have all the sort of non-crafting things, and then downstairs you have all the crafting things and all the mechanical stuff. So having a brewing stand, I might put a brewing stand against here when I get some. Having the enchanting room back here, crafting and storage and furnaces, and then upstairs all the other stuff. So let's just fill in the floor here. The thing about enchanting rooms is the inherent difficulty with size. Because enchanting rooms, I'm just going to put a chest in the centre here. Because enchanting tables need bookcases around them, you have kind of the requirement to use up more space. You need more space than it appears to begin with. What I tend to do is put something down in the centre and make sure I have 3 along each side. Since this is kind of like a bit of an annex rather than a main extension to the house, I'm not going to bother putting in the whole double height floor. It's going to be interesting to see how it ends up connecting back into the main building. Detail-wise, I mean, this kind of connection's often tricky to get right. I want to keep to the style, so I will put the main pillars in. Main beam pillars, yeah, pillars, not beams. But I won't go crazy with them. It's also not going to come to the same height because there's no need to. I may actually, at the end of the day. Oh no, I actually don't like that. Don't like that kind of double log effect there. That kind of irritates me. Let's take a look upstairs. No sign of any cows yet. I've not really gone looking. Not really gone looking yet. I mean, that's kind of annoying, but since it's going to be covered up, I'm going to remove that little nub of an end of the thing. Let's go straight across. The same for that one, really. You won't see it, so there's no need for it to be there. Oops. What I might do with this section, this little overhang, is I may use it as a balcony. Which would be quite useful. It's quite a good position. to look directly over towards the city, the soon-to-be city. So I might do that. Depends how it ends up. Also, what's currently missing from the downstairs is any sort of chimney, any sort of fireplace. Again, this area here is very blank. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it. I may end up putting a fireplace there, because it just looks a bit blank at the moment. My main thought was to try and get some paintings and put a painting there for the time being until I have worked out exactly what I want to do with it. Ooh. Misclicking. But this room's going to be pretty empty until I get around to putting in a telephone. As my phone goes off. I thought I had that on silent. So, sorry about that. My phone went off. I had to answer that. So, carrying on. Although I may actually head to bed. I've picked up a few more resources. I sort of extended the spiders. Ooh. Yeah, extended the sugarcane, so we can have some more sugarcane. And got some more wood. I haven't really gone... Oops, wrong chest. I haven't gone mining again yet. This is getting a bit messy in here. I may end up moving some of this stuff over early. But as I said last episode, this building's probably going to end up a lot bigger than I initially intended, especially with this kind of annex. Which won't have any windows in because of the enchanting table taking up the space. The enchanting, not the enchanting table, the bookcases. Which again, it might be some time until I actually get around to doing that. But it's always best to plan ahead and set yourself on fire. Always set yourself on fire. It's extremely useful. Oh, this is the problem with having a wood. You're shooting backwards. Oh yes, as some of you may have already noticed, my experience bar has decreased significantly since last episode. I may have had a slight accident while working off camera with zombies and them being in my face. So yes, I died. My first death on this world. Fortunately didn't lose anything apart from experience and pride. But at the end of the day, because I don't have an enchanting table at the moment, it doesn't make a massive bit of difference. It would have been nice to have not. It would have been nice to have kept that experience, but realistically, I didn't expect to survive till the end, and didn't expect to survive that long. What with there being a complete lack of cows. I mean, if I could get one book, I could build I could just build an enchanting table on its own, and add the books later, and just have a bunch of level 1 enchants. But no cows, so that's out of the picture. So, internal detail wise, let's add some of this. Stairs as bracing, really. I find it kind of rounds off rooms a bit and gives it a bit more of a kind of finished feeling. I don't like this here where it just ends and there's no sort of sense of detail. What I have seen people do is put stairs in to kind of edge, so there's a slight gap. If I I've got a set of stairs on me. To do that kind of thing around the edges of rooms. And while it does add detail, I find that it just doesn't look right. You wouldn't. I can't see why you'd ever do that in a kind of a real building. So it doesn't sort of speak to me. Similarly, having it like that is slightly speaks to me slightly more. Obviously, if you replace that with cobble. But as I said, I have put something there. There's going to be bookcases up to height of 3 around this room. So that's not really much of a problem. Oh, that was interesting. Somehow managed to pick the block behind the stairs. Which was a stair... Was it a stair block? No. This looks a little empty. Because of the lack of windows. But we can kind of cover that up a bit. And it follows through from the other side. Oops, that's an axe, not a pickaxe. One of the things I was doing on the sides was kind of having these small sort of extra bits of detail, and the corners and at where beams intersect, to kind of make it look like there's more support there, like the weight's being redistributed further down the wall. The unfortunate thing about that is when you have corners like this, you can kind of end up losing bits of detail, especially with the stairs, because the stairs rotate indiscriminately. If they detect that there's something nearby to rotate on to, they'll just rotate. Which is mildly irritating, but it's just the way the system works. I'd rather that it was there than I'd rather it was there and mildly irritated me than wasn't there at all. So yeah, I think I'll make this a porch. Not a porch. Sort of a balcony. That's the word. Now the thing I'm thinking about at the moment is that if I want to have this balcony, I want to have some sort of barrier blocking off so you don't fall off. And the only barriers that there are currently that are any good are there's stone walls, which don't really work up top there. There's also wooden fences. The problem with the wooden fences is that they are all the same colour. They've only implemented wooden fences of the standard sort of oak colour and not any of the others, which it would be really nice if they did. I would like some more fences. There are the nether brick stairs. However, hello zombie, where are you? There are nether brick stairs. Unfortunately, they require going into the nether, which I will do eventually when I need to. But currently, I'm not coveting the idea of going into the nether, especially unenchanted and without a bow and lots of arrows and all sorts of things. So, yeah, this building has grown bigger than not bigger than I expected, to be honest. It's bigger than I really wanted it. No, I don't like that. And it's mostly because of all the extra detailing. The actual sort of thickness of the walls ends up being kind of the profile of the building ends up being a lot thicker than the internal space because of the extra detailing. But it's feeling quite homely. I'm quite liking it. Lighting has yet to be finalised and sorted out. But the next step is to work on the upstairs, and I'm actually running out of dark wood. Both the panels and the... Oops, ow. That was just me not looking where I'm going. I'm running out of the panels as well as the actual wood itself. I'd kind of like to add a bit more detail into the interior, as I was saying last video. I find that interiors often get not ignored, but sidelined. People tend to sort of focus on getting a building to look really nice on the outside and don't necessarily consider... This is where our door is, isn't it? Yeah. Don't really consider the interior space until the shell is in place. And you can end up, with that method, you can end up with sort of large buildings that have no real use to a lot of the space. I mean, we're running into that sort of problem already here, where you've got all this space up here, which I'm not actually sure what I'm going to use for. One of my ideas was to have it as a kind of almost a trophy room. So once I have a few more interesting things, I might have some trophies of some kind up here. But keep it quite open plan. Have a bedroom and a living room up here. That's too big. That window. Really, it's just about looking at the balance of things. For instance, there that long window didn't really work because all the other windows are smaller. The bigger of the windows are two wide opposed to 3 or 4, and it just didn't look right. Didn't look balanced. I hear a skeleton. So I'm using Fraps to record this at the moment, and one of the problems I find with Fraps is that because the audio isn't recorded separately, it's recorded... Hello. It's recorded on the standard channel, along with my microphone. It means I have to have the game volume surprisingly low for it to comfortably pick up my microphone and the game. One of the bits of feedback from my last video was that the sound of me sort of mining and generally going about my business was overwhelming my voice. Which was a problem, because if you can't hear me clearly, then I might as well not be talking. So I've had to turn the game sounds down. Now there is another program which I could be using, which is called DxTory, which I know a fair few people use to record Minecraft videos and other Let's Plays, which records your... I really should be doing this in the dark, but I don't really care. It records your audio channels separately, so you can tweak them afterwards. You can boost or turn down particular sources. Unfortunately, I can't seem to get it to record both settings, both my voice and my game sound. Now, I suspect this is possibly because I'm only using the trial, but I've had it suggested to me also that it's because Windows can't record from more than one source at a time, which I'm not convinced on because it's doing that now. It's recording the game and my voice, but I may have just misunderstood that conversation. So I may end up getting DX Torian. Hello. Yeah, I may end up getting DX Tori just to give it a go and see how well it responds to me trying. See if I can get it to record on 2 channels, because that would kind of be useful for me. Because then that means I could actually have. I don't want to make 8 doors. I want to make 1. What am I doing? Yeah, it means that I won't have to have the game volume so low, and thus not be able to hear things coming for me. Put them on wrong. Yeah, as I said before, with the fences being only one colour, the same applies to doors. Currently, all doors are the standard kind of light oak colour, which is a little irritating when you're doing something which is dominated by the dark wood like I am, or a wood of non-standard oak colour. Ooh, 3 zombies. Zombie hordes! Ah. Get inside! Luckily I can go to bed apparently. Yeah, so some more doors would be nice, some more hide inside while they burn. Some more doors would be nice, some more fences would be nice. Chests and things like beds and anything that basically has sort of a standard colour anyway, I'm not too bothered about. But it would be nice to have kind of complete the set, as it were, of all the various different woods. Fine, that just die. So, endless interruptions. Endless interruptions. This is beginning to look a little top-heavy again. I'm also unsure about the sort of roof structure I want to do. I mean, I'm leaning towards the pitched roof. Headbutt. I'm leaning towards the pitched roof, probably from this direction, and leaving that space, that sort of roof space open. Potentially. I probably won't do a flat roof, even though that would probably be the easiest method. Use the least amount of resources. Thought that was some kind of strange new mob, like a squirrel, but no, just a just an errant staircase. They like attacking me here, apparently. So yeah, I'm probably going to pull down some of these trees because I need some more resources. I also need somewhere to put a farm, and it might be just out the back here. In which case I might put a door about here, so you can get out the back way. In fact, I'll do that now because I've made the hole. No, wrong word. I keep doing that as well because I'm not used to the just different colour. Those 2 colours are quite similar, and it kind of surprises me how. That's another problem with using stairs as actual building blocks. What's happening is that because I have a staircase here on the underside of my stairs up, it's linking through. It's thinking I wanted to kind of blend between the two. So whereas I'd normally have a doorway like that, where I kind of recede the doorway a bit. I'm just going to have to, unfortunately, leave it like that, which irritates me a little bit. But what can you do? Although it's nicely lined up with the roof of the structure there. So yeah, that'll be my farm door. Let's go out to the farms. And yeah. So the next thing to do is to put the roof structure in. I'm likely to have there's likely to be some roof space, but again, I come to the idea that I'm not actually convinced I need more space to build into. I'm not sure I need more space for this building, so I may leave it inaccessible. I may just put some windows up there, and some torches. I may not. I don't know. It kind of just depends on how I feel when I get to it. Just thinking that if I subdivide this top space by putting in an extra beam and sort of putting up a wall between the stairs and the main room, it'll make the main room feel a little bit more purposeful, a little less. Oh, I've run out of wood. Great. A little less pointless, almost. It'll also act as a barrier from falling off. I may just do it like this. That's actually quite nice. It kind of subdivides the room a bit. So it just means that it doesn't seem so big. It doesn't seem like there's so much space that has to be used up. There's kind of less. It's less crucial. It's less vital that I absolutely get every last inch of space out of this building, because it's just not necessary at the end of the day. I've got plenty of room downstairs. This storage will probably end up being extended a little bit. I mean, I can even, if I wanted to, I could put another stack of them there, but then it becomes a lot difficult to get between. I can also extend out that way if I want to, or basically do anything I want in that kind of way. Oh, I need to get some more resources. So yes, I will get some more resources off camera. And oh, my phone's gone off again. So embarrassing. I need to. You'd think I'd put it onto silent after it went off the first time, but apparently not. Apparently not. So yeah, I will end the episode here. Go collect some more resources, and next episode we'll continue building this. Continue building this house. I may actually do some more off camera. I may, in fact, just try and get the roof structure up. Because it's honestly taking longer than I wanted it to. Well, since I've never recorded before, it's kind of taking me by surprise just how long it takes to edit things and encode them and upload them and things. And when you're recording something about building, like normally I would kind of spend a couple of hours. Well, not even that. Spend half an hour, 45 minutes working out exactly how I wanted to build this building. And then I just sort of get it done instead of having to... instead of choosing to, having to is the wrong word entirely. Choosing to sort of record the process and kind of constantly thinking, so should I be recording this? Should I be recording me putting every single block down? And honestly, once kind of the body of the work is down, once the sort of idea has been shown, almost, then I'll probably will just continue on doing, kind of getting it done. This has been annoying me for the past couple of minutes. Not sure why, just the way it was sticking out annoyed me. I'll probably flatten that off anyway. But yes, so more resources, more building, and I may in fact take a break from once this building's been done. I'll take a break from building itself, and we'll go and explore the future site of our castle and have a chat about exactly how we want to go about building that. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm having quite a bit of fun putting it together, and hopefully it is giving an insight into at least how I think about what I'm doing when I'm building. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to comment on the video. And I hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much. See you next time.